They're the second seed in the Western Conference, and if
Shock level
this season
0
has not been perfect for them. Nikola Jokic got hurt. They're 6-3 without him.
Aaron
Gordon got hurt.
Yep.
Then you also have Cam Johnson, who got a bone bruise in his knee, and thank God it wasn't anything serious, so they'll get him back eventually. Christian Brown also got hurt, and he has not played up to the level of his contract. That's led to some criticism, but overall, I still feel like you pay him back in the offseason. But they've really been able to stay afloat because Jamal Murray has ascended to maybe a level that we all thought he was always capable of, but now the numbers now finally show it. Like the playoff numbers translated to the regular season now. And then Payne Watson has broken out, in the role players that they got from free agency, like Bruce Brown and Tim Hardaway Jr., they have paid dividends. And it leads to the question of, do you think that this team will be the team to dethrone OKC? Denver, fully healthy, will beat OKC this time around when they meet in playoffs once again.
The one team I see that can beat them on either conference is the Denver Nuggets. And it's because they have the ultimate mismatch for a near perfect defense. And that's Nikola Jokic's paint presence and his ability to score over whoever is down low. His efficiency is unmatched when it comes to being near the basket. That is the difference in that series. Now, right now, the Nuggets' defensive rating is not good because obviously they have been going through their injuries. They don't have their guy in Aaron Gordon. This offense is still number one in the league, and this is with, of course, Nikola Jokic missing some time. You mentioned Jamal Murray and the amazing stretch that he's been on. Christian Braun's also been injured as well, too. This team just is playing with such a strong togetherness, and you have your one guy that you need to pick up the slack while your MVP is out, and he's playing at the level that we see come playoff time. We just asked Jamal Murray to carry that energy over to the regular season, and he's done that tenfold this season. When you look at the Nuggets, they have the offense to go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. But my fear for Oklahoma is that their lack of creation, their lack of consistent jump shooting, it catches up to them in the playoffs. And if there's a team that can pick them, 100% I do believe it is the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with Drew. I mean, this was a 7-game series last season. You know, I know game 7 wasn't exactly close, but this was a anyone series last year, right? And that was, of course, before, OKC gets on the run and we look at them how we look at them. But even still, like, I know in the moment right now, Cam Johnson's been a downgrade from what MPJ was giving you. We'll see what happens when he gets back and, just more integrated into this offense, into this team more, because MPJ was there for years and years. So it's going to take some time to get some of that familiarity. But yeah, I think she was right. In terms of any team in the NBA, it feels like the champion this year is going to come from the Western Conference, right? Whether that's OKC or the Denver Nuggets, that Western Conference Finals feels like that's the NBA Finals. And that's not to discredit what we have in the Eastern Conference. It's just, we haven't seen a lot of consistency in the East outside of Detroit. And Detroit is just a super young team who made the playoffs for the first time last year and got bounced in the first round. So for them to go on a finals run and win it would be, I don't want to say an underdog story because they're the 1 seed, but to go up against Denver and OKC and beat them would certainly be an underdog story. Say that again? No, no, but Cade would be awesome. But no, yeah, I think obviously Denver has Jokic, and you have Jamal Murray playing at this level that, spoiler, he's going to be on my All-Star team for sure. Well-deserved, first-time All-Star. It's been great to see Payne Watson, too, play some really good minutes in Jokic's absence. But overall, I mean, this team's still great. Like they did have to make a couple moves on the margins this offseason to get the money down, specifically the MPJ deal. But, we saw when Joker was healthy. Like, this is the number 1 offense in NBA and NBA history. He's still the best player in the world. And the fact that the series was so close last year, it could have gone either team's way, right? So I definitely think that either of these teams are, going to be representing the Western Conference. But it is a little crazy to think like where we were a month ago when they were sitting here at like 23-1. We're saying, are they going to win the score, break the all-time winning record? And then a month or a month and a half goes by, and it's like, are they even going to come out of the West? So I think there's a happy medium here with Denver, or excuse me, with OKC. But Drew, you're not wrong. Like, I don't want to say they're sitting on their laurels, OKC, but they could still upgrade the team. You know what I mean? Like, they could still get another creator, get some more shooting. They obviously just won the championship, but we've also seen no team has gone back-to-back in, nearly a decade now. So just being as good as last year, and we've seen teams like Boston last year bring back everybody like OKC did, and that's still not enough because of injuries or just, just shooting variance not going away, whatever it might be. So as it stands right now, I think it's a 50-50 shot for both of them.
I feel like in this regular season, they've only kind of propped up what everybody was saying in the summer, where it's going to be Denver and OKC. You know, shout out to San Antonio, shout out to Houston, but I always felt like these are the two best teams in the West, and they've been playing at that level. And then like to get the contributions from the role players, like you mentioned, especially when the Joker goes out. You know, we've kind of seen over the past couple of years where when Joker's off the floor, or if he's injured, this team is not good. And credit to Jamal Murray for finally upping that level in the regular season, kind of being that guy that we want him to be, the perfect co-star. He's been amazing. And Joker was playing at an all-world level again prior to going out. I think Peyton Watson's been hooping. I'm interested to see how he looks when the whole team is there. You know, he's been turning the ball over a little bit too much, but he's been really good. Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, like you mentioned, even Valanciunas, when he gets his little spot minutes, has been solid. This team is good. You mentioned OKC's shooting variance and creation. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of football players and, you know, all-world defenders and fake shooters, but they get that shit done. And it's led by SGA. That's going to be a war. Denver's interesting, though, because I think the injury bug could maybe hurt them down the road. We saw last year it hurt them, and they do have Cam Johnson already out. Aaron Gordon's out again, you know, so God willing, hopefully this team is healthy going into the playoffs, healthy eventually in that matchup. You got a couple teams that you still got to look out for, but I do like Denver. I think their offense is electric. They've always been an average defense to me, but they're an opportunist defense that can lock in at the right time. And I think they have the 8-9-10 man rotation to get it done. It's just about, can they stay healthy when they run into that juggernaut? Can they play them? And all these other teams too. You don't want to sleep on teams like Minnesota, who's been hooping. They kind of have Denver's number 2. Houston's around.
Lakers
San Antonio's around. Denver a wash, the Lakers. But you know, I think, no, with all due respect, of course, but they just have your number. It's like, it's, you know what I'm saying.
That's the old Lakers.
LeBron's still there.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Dude,
See the way he's been hooping recently?
He's been playing well.
You have Deandre Ayton and Jackson Hayes.
When dominating is locked in, he's good.
What are you doing?
Yeah, no, the Lakers, they don't want to see Denver, but any other team maybe. But Denver,
when he has 15 and 10, we don't lose.
Really?
I think we're
Ayton?
undefeated when he goes
How
15
many times
and
does
10.
he have that?
Twice?
Just like 7 times.
He low-key averages that.
Really?
Yeah.
So is he like when he's off by like 1, it's like you lost? Like if he's like
He gives you
14 and 9.
15 and 9.
I don't know if
like,
that's exact, because I've seen some 8 in games where they've lost and he's had that.
is it like the most uninterested 15 and 10?
Probably.
Let's see.
I feel
just
like
gonna
he
type
plays
in.
fine. I feel like he plays fine. It's just, you know, they don't have much going for them right now, so he's scapegoated.
What do you mean they don't have much going for them? They're like the 5th seed.
Yeah, but
And LeBron's playing incredibly. You slept, by
It's
the
an-
way. You said he should retire.
He did say
he
that.
should retire after this year.
Casual.
Yeah, maybe he goes somewhere
The
else.
Lakers are 11 and 0 when Ayton has a 15 and 10 game.
So 11 times. Okay, there we go.
11 and 0.
Okay, he averages 14 and 9.
So it'd be like right off the cusp. That's funny as fuck.
So he
I knew I
shows-
wasn't tripping. Yeah, I mean that's kind of OD.
That's mad funny.
When Ayton plays good,
So
we win.
if he has 14 and 9 and you're down 20, if he gets to 15 and 10, you're coming back and winning
coming
the
back
game.
and win the game.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
I like that.
It's an obscure.
You gotta
stat.
live bet it. You gotta live
But
bet it.
11 and 0. I mean,
New game
Like-
plan going against the Lakers. Don't stop Reeves. Don't stop LeBron. Don't stop Luka.
Ayton.
Ayton.
If he's at
Lock his
14
ass
and
up.
9, don't let him get 15.
Quadruple team him.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
but I obviously know that
Okay,
we're
so I think that's not true.
stat news.
Because against the Atlanta
Stat
Hawks,
news.
they won and he had 17 points and 18 rebounds.
Well, no, they have more wins other than that.
No, he said 11 and 0 though.
No,
Is it the
Oh, my
exact
bad.
number?
You're right.
You're
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
got you,
saying.
I got
When
you,
he
I
has
got you.
when he has 15 plus, 10 plus, we're
Okay.
11 and 0.
Yeah.
Against the Pellet, okay, you're right. I'm looking.
Yeah,
at
you need
the
to find
wins.
basically a loss where he has 15 and
Yes,
10,
yes.
not a win. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that is true. But yeah, maybe he's the key to everything.
Yeah.
He's just a locked in number 1 overall pick. He can
Former
unlock
number 1.
everything.
He's easily one of the worst
But
number 1 picks.
I saw
Fortunate-
D.
recently.
Millie killing.
I did see that
Ayton.
too,
He
yeah.
was killing.
What'd he
him.
say?
He was basically saying that your
What
lack
game
of
was that
drive.
after?
It's just a majority of them. Where these most recent ones where we close with Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is a more engaged defender.
For sure.
That's an obvious fact.
You really don't need offense.
And
on
you
this
know
team.
I-
Yeah, he's a good lob threat.
He is
Yeah,
for
yeah, for
sure.
sure.
He is. Listen, you guys. I
love Jackson Hayes.
love
He
Jackson.
told us he
Hayes.
could start in the playoffs.
I was right until I was wrong. That being said, the fact that Jackson Hayes takes his minutes away down in crunch time, it should never happen. DeAndre Ayton's way too talented for that. And that's with respect to Jackson Hayes, who's a good ball player. there's just levels to it. And DeAndre Ayton, when he's at his best, is definitely better than Jackson Hayes. It's just you need to show you want to be on the floor, and you're capable of being on the floor in those moments.
In wins, he averages 16 and 10. In losses, he averages 10 and 7. That's basically the discrepancy with Ayton.
I mean, that's a pretty significant drop off.
72% from the field in wins.
I wonder what his minutes look
60%.
like. Do you have his minutes?
Yeah, 30 minutes to 28 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it just seems
Kind of
like
good game, bad game.
Yeah, it just seems like an effort issue probably. I mean, which checks out with Ayton. I mean, usually sometimes he's frustrating because he gives poor effort. But, you know, when they won, I guess he hasn't. So that's a good thing. They've won more than they've lost. So
They have won more than they've lost.
He's been better more times than not this year, pretty much. Yeah, but as long as Denver's healthy, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't beat OKC. They went to 7. Yeah, they shouldn't. Because they went to...
predicting them to win in a series?
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
I like the Nuggets a lot.
I feel like it's like neck and neck. I feel like any team.
It was neck and neck. Game 7 last year.
Yeah.
And the Nuggets had no role players. MPJ was playing through a hurt shoulder.
Could have went.
Aaron Gordon was hurt, right?
Yeah, no, OKC dominated that Game 7, but Denver was able to take OKC to the brink, and they had no depth at all.
So did Indiana.
What makes them so special this year has been their depth. Because we're talking about it, if they're fully healthy, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, Nikola Jokic, Christian Brown, then Payne Watson off the bench with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Bruce Brown. I mean, they have a lot of talent right now.
What's wrong with that?
How many guys do you think play in the playoffs?
8?
I think all the guys he mentioned.
Yeah, who can't play?
Depend. Like, how do we trust Payne's shooting to go into the playoffs?
Continue?
Yeah,
we'll see. Obviously,
you know what I'm saying. Like
right now, he's shooting 51% from the field and 40%
been lights
from
out.
three.
You have to trust
I'm saying, do we
moment.
trust it like going into the playoffs? Like that's a streaky.
And you got to be hopeful.
Yeah.
No,
if
but
you're a Nuggets fan,
what role player are you just like locked and loaded? Like, oh, he's gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Like for a 7th, 8th man.
The huge additions really is that last year they had Russ and Payne Watson as the 2 reliable bench players for them, reliable as you can get.
Payne be streaky.
But this year it's Bruce Brown and Tim Hardaway Jr. And Hardaway Jr. is shooting 41% from 3.
And Bruce Brown, has shown you to have success for Denver.
Yeah. I think Bruce is going to be solid. It's tough. Even like JV, I don't know if you're going to have him in the playoffs.
No, probably not. It won't be that many minutes. But even him, like they have more bodies now. With Jokic's absence, Jalen Pickett has stepped up. Zeke Naji has been productive for them too. Jonas Valanciunas, we know like he's been solid for them in his limited minutes this year. Like they have more depth than they've had in a long time. And this was a team that 2 seasons ago, I mean, with the same core, we thought they were going to go back to back. And then Boston ended up winning. But it felt like it was Denver versus everybody else. No. And now we're back here. Nikola Jokic, it feels like he's even better than he was before. Jamal Murray looks like he's even better than he was before. Like Jamal Murray right now is kind of telling everybody how much of a star he really is. He's having a special season. Nice. And he's carried the load for the Denver team without Jokic on the floor.
Streets say you're a Jamal Murray hater.
Streets hate when I talk real shit.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you.
That was a fucking bar.
Why do you hate Jamal Murray?
I don't.
Why would the streets say you hate Jamal Murray?
Probably because I called him overrated in the regular season.
Okay.
Which before this year was...
Well, yeah, I mean, he's always been an awesome playoff performer in a subpar...
In the regular season, he's always been like 21 and 7.
Yeah, he's been solid, you know.
It hasn't been maybe 26, 27.
They try to call him Jalen Brunson, and he's not that.
Oh, that's nuts.
But Jamal Murray,
just kind of chatting.
Jamal Murray's just really become a star for 82, and then postseason we know he takes it to another level. I feel like he's one of the best postseason risers
this year.
In the
that
league.
would
Last
be
year,
some
what
shit.
if he averages 21 in the playoffs?
Last year he had his good moments. I feel like he did have his good moments in the playoffs. So I feel like Denver with much needed depth this year in a series against OKC. OKC's key is really going to be J-Dub's play. He has been horrendous for his standards.
He's
this
been
season.
getting it together recently. Like
He
I
has
said,
been.
the injury, you got to give him some time.
He has been, but I think much like last year, he is also the key this year.
Agreed.
Because he was inconsistent last year in last postseason run. Chet Holmgren, his efficiency has been amazing this year. He's second in DPOY. Odds right now, Wemby's number 1.
Inconsistent?
Yeah, I mean,
He was
just
spotty.
Yeah, I mean,
good games, bad games.
I just feel like you remember the playoffs. He was spotty. He was
That's
spotty
what I'm trying to. Maybe I'm not.
When he played well, you knew they won.
Yeah, after
when they
game,
lost 9 times out of 10.
I would say after Game 6, Denver is when he started being more consistent.
Yeah, when they washed. Who they play after that? They
Minnesota.
Washed.
They washed.
Yeah, they washed Minnesota.
And he played really well.
Yeah.
And then Indiana.
He had the 40 ball against Indiana. Yeah, I mean, it's the shooting more than anything.
And the shooting, yeah. I mean, J-Dub, I just feel like the secondary creation from OKC doesn't come from J-Dub. It's great that AJ Mitchell's broken out this year. It doesn't come from AJ Mitchell. Really, it's been the shooting, though, for OKC that's really been spotty. Caruso has shot the ball horribly. Lou Dort has shot the ball horribly. And Lou Dort's always been a streaky shooter, even when the percentages have been up. He's a guy that, teams will just leave open. For the most part, like, if you look at how close those series were against Denver, like, Denver was on the verge of taking a 3-1 lead until Lou Dort rained like 4 or 5 threes in the fourth quarter. So, like, they were so close, and it took some miraculous shooting for them, and then they really took control of the series. Yeah. And then Denver's depth started hurting them, and their lack of role players and open three-point shooters, just not hitting shots for them, really hurt them. But I think variance is key in the NBA. It feels like every year, new series, different things tend to happen. And these two teams are so evenly matched that I kind of would bank on the best player in the world with better depth and a better supporting cast against OKC this time around.
See, but even the fact that we're having this conversation, if you're OKC at the trade deadline, you need to make a move. Because there's no reason why it should even be a conversation with all the assets that you have. You already are the favorite to repeat. Where we stand right now, you're still the best team in the NBA. But the fact that people are even entertaining another team being in the same breath as you, which is respect to the Nuggets. They deserve that. They earn that. OKC has done such a great job of building potentially building a dynasty that they need to maximize their opportunity. I can understand you want to wait, let your players develop, continue to show. You have 3 fringe All-NBA players. I say fringe because of Chet Holmgren. With the way that he's been playing defense this year, it looks like he's on his way to all defense. He's been playing that great. We know that. We know that's the player that he is defensively. You have the capability to upgrade this team. You need jump shooting? Go and get it. You have it. You have that within your bag to go and improve your roster, and you'd be selling yourself short if you do otherwise, in my opinion. You should try and make it where it's a no doubt, no question about it. This is the favorite. They will remain the favorite the rest of the season because they're already that great of a team. It's just small margins that they can fill.
Who do you think they should go get?
For 3-point shooting,
MPJ.
If they get MPJ, it's an unfair team.
They ain't doing that, man.
If they get MPJ, you really...
Trey Murphy fits the timeline.
I like Trey Murphy. I don't think the Pelicans like the idea of
They said nobody's in touch. Everybody's in touch with.
We've been talking about
hilarious,
OKC using their assets for years now.
We have.
I think it's been unfortunate on their part that their draft picks, their first rounders at the very least, unfortunate circumstances have happened.
Yeah,
like
injuries,
Nikola
yeah.
Topic, and then Thomas Sorber, the first round pick from this class. Yeah, but he's out for the year.
Gonna play next year and be a dog, and it's just gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, he's awesome. I really liked him at UConn. And Isaiah Hartenstein is gonna be a free agent.
He didn't go to
No,
UConn?
Georgetown. He went to Georgetown. Sorry.
Did he go to Georgetown?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he went to Georgetown.
See?
Yeah,
Similar
UConn,
colors.
big East, just all these big East teams are the same
There
team,
you go.
man.
I
But
mean, that's disrespectful.
So we almost beat UConn the other
UConn's
day.
not in the Big East.
they used to
We're
be.
14-3.
Yeah. We
got
just
you,
lost to UConn.
Who?
Seton Hall.
Yo, you guys have been good this year.
I know, we're ranked
14.
25th.
You
We're
have-
going to lose
I
probably.
forgot his name. He's fucking dog.
The big man?
No, the guard.
Oh.
Yeah, the guard, the light skin guard. Forgot his name though. Yeah, I forgot his name, bro. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna look it up.
have you gone to a game yet?
No. Dude, my boys went like 2 weeks ago and invited me.
It's fucked up.
Jesus.
It's
I'm
mad
sick.
some shit. It's unfortunate.
No, but yeah, their first round picks, they haven't panned out, but they've kind of got it in aggregate from. I mean, AJ Mitchell, second rounder, just bursted onto the scene this year, and he's been amazing. They're just not a team that makes moves. I feel like internally, they should have enough to figure it out. I mean, coming into the year, I thought that this was going to be a team that just was going to steamroll the league, and they started out that way in the regular season, and they went on a little bit of a slump, but as of recently, they've had a win streak. It hasn't been that way. I thought they were going to be like Golden State after they got Kevin Durant. It's like they're unstoppable at this point. But it just hasn't been that way. They haven't given me that same type of confidence. I guess the Spurs matchups have kind of deterred me from feeling that way. The Spurs have really manhandled them. I know OKC won this last matchup, which was huge for their momentum.
Yeah.
But yeah, OKC just hasn't. Maybe they flip a switch in the playoffs and we're reminded that this team is just unstoppable. But just feel like you should trust your core. This is the team that won a championship. This is the team that felt unstoppable. But they did go to 7 twice in the playoffs. It wasn't like they just steamrolled everybody.
We haven't seen a repeat yet. That's in a minute.
Their only definitive ass beating was Minnesota
in round 1. Clippers.
That's
Memphis.
Yeah. Nobody was worried about Memphis.
No.
Way closer than anybody thought with the Nuggets, especially after the Nuggets and Clippers went to 7. And way closer with Indiana than anybody thought.
No, I mean, Halliburton doesn't get hurt.
Exactly. The fact that hypothetical even exists.
Hypotheticals exist every year, unfortunately.
Not wrong. But hey, again, you're the champion.
But that's why I don't want to say leave it up to chance, because even if you got MPJ, that doesn't guarantee you're going to win a championship.
Fair.
Right? It gives you an advantage. But as we sit right now, like, do you feel better or worse about OKC versus Denver than in the beginning of the season? I kind of feel a little worse.
Maybe we crowned them a dynasty too soon.
Definitely. We do that with every champion, though, to be fair. Every champion's always going to go back-to-back next year.
I think now it's a little bit harsh the way that you guys are speaking, as if they aren't the team with the best record.
For sure. No, it's not taking anything away from them.
2 or 3.
No, the dynasty's still on the table.
I think they should be favorites to come out the West.
Okay.
For sure. Not taking anything away from them.
OKC feels like a team that if they don't get it done this year, then they will make a big trade. I feel like.
It's aggravating.